Hey everyone, welcome to a guide on how to get hopefully every Z crystal in Pokemon Reborn. In this video, I'll be going over each of their locations and the process of reaching each crystal. And if you watch my Megastones video, this will be structured very similarly. Again, all of these clips are from the perspective of a save file that has already completed the game and the post-game, so all of the maps and the scenes will be as such. I will be going over these crystals in the order that they become available in the game, and see the description for a comprehensive list of when each stone becomes available. So if you haven't reached the point in the game yet, you can just watch up to a specific spot. In the description, I also linked a wiki page that I used to help make this video. It contains a list of locations of each Z crystal and links to guides for some of them. So feel free to check that out if you prefer reading a guide instead. Also, there is a slight spoiler warning for this video. At points in my explanations for how to reach each Z crystal, I do reference certain events that occur. So if you want to avoid spoilers, make sure to only watch up to the crystals that are available for you, and again, check the description for that. And I think that's it for the intro. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright, first up is the Eevium Z, and this one's pretty simple to get. You have access to it once you have access to Spinel Town, which is right before badge number 6. So once you have access to it, you can go there. And you have to walk into the museum, which is this building right here, and pay the entrance fee. Go up to the top floor, just here, and into this vending machine room. There's the Eevium Z. Next up is the Pikanium Z, and that is available once you have access to North Aventurine Woods, and this is after Gym 7. So once you've beat Noelle and gone north a little bit, you can get there. And I'm going to fly to Manhattan Castle just because that's the easiest point of access for me. Oh, by the way, this music is an older music. I said it that way just for nostalgic reasons. And then keep going left. And here, just because of that ledge, we can walk around to get over that. And I believe it's this entrance right here. So in your save file, you might have a log blocking the way here. If so, all you need to do is defeat this Tauros, and then the Bufalons will get excited and go through and push this log for you. Once that's accomplished, you have access to this area. You go north through this grass right here, and behind this house there's a really small path, and there is the Pikanium Z. Okay, next up is the Ghostium Z, and the prerequisite for getting that is you need to have the green crystal key. That is one of the crystal keys that you acquire during the process of completing Luna's gym puzzle. And the way to check if you have it is go to your bag and look at the crystal key, and if you look at the icon in the bottom left corner, there's a color that appears for each crystal key you have. And if the green one is present in the bottom left corner, then you're good. So once you do that, you can fly over to the Hidden Cove, or wherever is most convenient to access a specific area of Tanzan Mountain. Specifically the place where Saphira broke out. So here's the path to get there if you are going from Hidden Cove. And it's this cave right here. And I've already completed the puzzle for everything you need to get to the end of this part of the quest. But if you haven't, what you would need to do is use your crystal key to activate this crystal, and that will make this rock breakable. And that opens up a new path through here. And then here's the top part of the entrance to the Crystalia region. Then once we get through, woohoo, we're back in the wasteland. And this is a higher part of Bixbysian Wasteland that's not connected to the rest of the wasteland. You go through, And here is a strength puzzle, and if you haven't done this yet, what would happen is there would be a tree blocking this entrance. And the way to make that tree disappear is you need to go through each of these 3 blue vats and select them to turn them red. And I recommend turning off speed up for this because it is very easy to mess this up. So to get to the vats, you'd have to go push the boulders like so, and there's the first one. And to get the second one, you can push this up and then go through here. And this bottom one is the hardest to reach without messing things up. And the third one, there is a tree blocking here, so I'm gonna estimate, I think we can access here. And you just keep going like so. And then there's the third vat. And once you turn all of those red, that tree should disappear and this entrance should appear. And then the next step is to get on the other side of this wall. And to do that, you go down, go here, you push this boulder down, and that crushes a rock here. So now this opens up this path. And then you go up. You go up, you go this way, and then you push this boulder down, and then you go back down here, and back down to the bottom, and that resets you to the top. And then you go down the ladders, and backtrack a little bit, you go up again, and now you're on this side of the boulder, so then you can push this boulder down this hole, that crushes a rock that used to be here, and now you have access to this ladder. And now, woohoo, we're on the other side of the wall. And this is the wall separating the wasteland from Chrysalia Forest. And then, if you go just behind this vat right here, and go up, there's a hidden cave. And there is the Urayu key. And you can take this key to Shade's Gym. So, go to Baron Ward, and Shade's Gym is just on the other side of the bridge. Right outside Shrine Mountain. You go inside and you go to the right. And you can use the Urayu key to unlock this door. And Ghostium Z is right here. Okay, next up is the Snorlium Z, and that is located deep within Aventurine Mountain. And prerequisite for being able to access it is you need Dive and Waterfall, which to use outside of battle, you need 12 badges. Once you've completed that, you can fly over to somewhere close to Aventurine Mountain. In this video, I'm going to choose Agate Circus. And there is a specific place within the cave that you need to get to. So I'm going to use this entrance right here. And then as you surf down here, this is where you want to reach. So first step is complete this ice puzzle to move this strength boulder out of the way. And then surf around, so then now you can get through here from that direction. And then you dive down, and you go through a couple underwater segments, go out, and around, and come back up to here. And then solve this ice puzzle. There we go. And then we exit here, and then hug the right side of this cave, and there is the Snorlium Z. Alright, next up is the Aloraichium Z, and that is accessible once you have 13 badges, because that is the point where you have access to Neo Reborn City and the surrounding areas. Once you do that, you can go fly over to Apophel Academy. And by the way, if you watch the Megastones video, this is in the same location as the Audinite. And you also need a Pokemon with a specific ice move, and I'll go over that in a bit. So you follow the path up and go through this like narrow tunnel right here, and that gives you access to one of the underwater towns in Azurine Lake. So we keep going up and then go through here in this entrance. And you surf right a bit, and right here, if you look at the dive spot to the right, that is where you want to come up. So to get there, you can dive down, just go straight to the right, and there we go. Now we're up here. We go around here, and then there's an entrance to the cave. And the hint we are given upon entering is a chill settles in the air. So what we need to do is enter this cave right here. But there is a strong current that is preventing us from going in. So what we need to do is freeze this water. We can do that by, if we go to our field notes, we are on a water surface field. But it becomes an icy field when Blizzard, Glaciate, or Sub-Zero Slammer is used. So what we want to do is get into a battle, use one of these moves, that'll change the field in battle, and it will also change the overworld to freeze this water. So I'm going to wait for my repel to run off first. Come on. There we go. And then we get in battle, and I have Blizzard, so I'm going to go use that. And then that changes the field, and if we exit the battle, now this is all frozen over, and we can enter this cave. And then there's sort of a mini ice puzzle that we have to do here. We go through here, we surf for one tile, and there is the Aloraichium Z. Okay, next up is the Primarium Z, and just like with the Aloraichium Z, prerequisite is you need 13 badges because that gives you access to Neo Reborn City. Once you've done that, you can head over to Apophel Academy. It's also in Azurine Lake, but a different section of it. In fact, this is an underwater section that's pretty well hidden. So you surf from the right side, you surf north, and you sort of hug this exterior like rock border right here. You go around, and right before the entrance to Azurine Island, there's this tiny path with a 4-tile dive spot that you can go down, and you can go in this house, and there is the Primarium Z. Next up is the Decidium Z, and just like with the Venusaurite, if you have completed the game and the post-game, getting it is really easy. Well, the prerequisite for getting it in the first place is you have to have 13 badges and have access to Neo Reborn City. And if you finish the post-game, all you need to do is just talk to this guy, and he will just give it to you. And if you haven't done that yet, then you have to complete a mulch side quest, and I should be adding a card here to another video that shows how to get through that. Next up is the Incinium Z, and just like these past few Z crystals, prerequisite, you need 13 badges and you need access to Neo Reborn City. Once you do that, you can fly over to the Onyx Academy and you complete a side quest here. So first we want to go to the entrance to Florinia's gym and talk to this person guarding it. And we get a sweetheart that the quest involves us delivering that to someone on the 3rd floor. So let's go do that. We go up here, and there's the 3rd floor. And then deliver to her. Yeah, unfortunately, no feelings returned. So go back and deliver the news. And just through her heartbreak, keep talking to her. And eventually, she will give us the Incinium Z. Okay, next is the Waterium Z, and the prerequisite for getting this is you need to have 14 badges, because after beating Adrian, you then have the option to donate to one of the city's restoration projects. So we go to Grand Hall to do that and talk to this person right here. And to get the Waterium Z, we have to donate to the Affordable Living and Obsidia project. So donate the necessary 60,000. And as a reward, we are given access to the basement, and we will need this later in the quest. Afterwards, we can head over to Obsidia, and at this point, the slums will have been replaced by a shelter. So right here's the shelter, and Sandy appears. So we talk to her, and we start a Sandy quest. So she talks to us about environmental things. Yeah, let's back her up. And first part of the quest is we gotta go over to Malchus Forest, which is west of Jasper Ward. So fly over to Jasper Ward, and there's the forest right here. And let's find some workers who are doing the annoying task of cutting down trees. Let's go, let's fight. And then after the battle, Adrian will come and confront us about the chaos we've caused. Yeah, also most of these trees came from the pulse instance anyway, so it's like, is it really a problem cutting them down? I don't know. But yeah, that's the first part of the quest done. And next step is we're going to go to the water treatment center to replace the filter. So let's fly to Celestine Cascade, where Amaria's house is, and then go down the waterfall to the water treatment center. And we're gonna go to like the grid where that pulse was earlier. So the center right here, and there's Sandy. Okay. And yeah, here we fight like a gauntlet of Gulpins. And then Adrian finds us. And then Adrian tells about some of their woes with an ambassador. And yeah, now we're gonna go to the Grand Hall basement to do something with the ambassador's office. So let's go up here, and let's fly back to the Grand Hall. So that's this one. And then go down to the basement. And the ambassador's office is in the bottom right corner. Right here. Yeah, Crodberry, that's a surprise. Yeah, sure, I can't really say no. And yay, we flooded the office. Let's get out of here, and Adrian is right there. And as a reward for accompanying her, we get the Waterium Z. Okay, to get the Firium Z, same thing, you need to be an Adrian, and you need to donate to a restoration project in the Grand Hall. This time though, it's not affordable living in Obsidia, it's restoring the railroad. Once you've completed that, you have access to the basement, so go to the basement and talk to this person right here. And they're talking about one issue with rail nets, about Pokemon inhabiting that place. So let's do something about that. So let's head over to the rail nets, and the entrance that we're looking for is in the wasteland. So to get there, let's fly over to Obsidia. right here. And then let's go this way, down the ledge, slide down, and then go through this building. And then right here, we want to take this ledge in the top left corner, and then rock smash this rock, and then go through here. And if you watch how to get the Agronite, it's the same quest, but extended a little bit. So go through here. There's a new entrance to the Railnet, a bunch of angry Aeron and Agron. We fight a gauntlet of them. Once we beat them, we clear the path, and then let's return to the Grand Hall. And talk to that person in the basement to finish up this quest. Update them on the situation, and they clean it out, and as a reward, we get the Firium Z as well as the Agronite if we didn't pick that up in the Railnet earlier. Okay, next up is the Grassium Z, and to get that, once again, you need 14 badges. You need to be an Adrian. You also need a male and female Lurantis and a male and female Simisage to do this. So to get Lurantis, you can just catch it in Malchus Forest Park, that is west of Jasper Ward. And to get Pansage, you can capture those in South Aventurine Woods, and you'll get a leaf stone, or you get 2 leaf stones during the quest where you can evolve Pansage if necessary. So first step is to talk to this person and donate to the Azurine Nature Center. So donate the necessary 80,000. And once you do that, if you haven't donated anything yet, this gate will open and you have access to the basement. And first step is go to the top right corner and talk to this person right here, who will, say something that a way we can help out at the Nature Center. So let's head over to the Nature Center to talk to the person we need to. So go to Popple Academy, and then go to the right. And if we surf right here, that's a shortcut to Azurine Island. And then talk to this person right here, and they will only appear once you've talked to the person in the Grand Hall basement first. So make sure you do that first. Talking about, a project where they want to introduce certain Pokemon, but they need a male and a female of the fully evolved form to, in order for them to be able to breed on the island. So, yes, we're willing to do this. And we also get 2 leaf stones where we can use to evolve Pansage into Simisage. And I already have all the necessary Pokemon, so let's just go through and give it to them one by one. Okay, and that's everything. Alright, now that we completed that, we can return to the Grand Hall. Go to the basement. Go right here. Talk to this person, and as a reward, we will get a Grassium Z. Alright, next up is the Dragonium Z and the Normalium Z. I'm going to get those together because they're in the same general area. Both of them are available once you have access to the desert, which is after the 14th batch. So once that's the case, you can fly over to Peridot Ward and let's take the train over to the desert. And for both of these stones, you need to have access to Mirage Tower. And in the save file, I've already done everything that you need to do that, so I'll just explain on the way what you would need to do. So once you arrive in the desert, first you can, if you want to check, if you're not sure if Mirage Tower is available, you can look at this thing. Mine looks like that, meaning that Mirage Tower is available, but if it doesn't have those like zigzaggy things around it, then that means you have not set it up yet. So what you would need to do is walk around the desert and find 3 oases. Those are just sort of mini lakes that you might just find randomly, but they're really mirages. So once you find one of those, there should be a light shard somewhere in there, and when you activate the light shard, the water disappears. So that's sort of activating that oasis. And once you do that 3 times, the Mirage Tower will become available. So once that is all set, you can go to the top right corner of the desert. Let's make our way across. And there it is. If you have not activated the Mirage Tower, then this would just be a bunch of mud and there wouldn't be a tower here. So to get the Dragonium Z, you surf around and go behind the tower because there's a hidden path that that the tower's spire is blocking. And then you can go here, go around, and you should find a lemonade stand, and to the left of that lemonade stand, there's a pot. And once you beat that Executor, then inside the pot is the Dragonium Z. Now the Normalium Z requires climbing up the Mirage Tower. So we'll go around back to the front. And climbing up the Mirage Tower requires doing a puzzle where you basically push these stones in a way such that this stone and the stone on the right touch or reach a glowy region at the same time. And when you push one stone one direction, it also pushes the other stone in the same direction. So just gotta creatively figure out how to do that. But once you get through that, and you will, if you want to beat the post-game, you will have to do this puzzle at some point, because one of the post-game quests requires it. So now we'll just climb to the top of the tower. And then go down. Into this room. And right here is the Normalium Z. Next up is the Buginium Z, and similarly, you have access to it once you have access to the desert. Again, that is after badge 14. And when that's true, you can just fly over to the scrapyard, and the way to get there is the Buginium Z is located within Teknite Ridge. And to do that, you need to have a Pokemon who can convert a cave field to a crystal cave field, and one that can convert a crystal cave field back to a regular cave field. And that becomes necessary to get through some puzzles within Teknite Ridge in order to get to the Buginium Z. So I'm just gonna navigate through here to get back to the main part of the desert. And then the Teknite cave is in the top left corner. So somewhere around here. Right here, okay. And so the stones seem to shimmer with light. So I've already done this puzzle, but the way to do it, if you haven't, is go to the field notes. There's the cave field, and it becomes Crystal Cavern when Diamond Storm or Power Gem is used in battle. So in a regular cave field, if you use one of these moves, it converts the field in the battle to a Crystal Cavern, but it also changes the overworld in a way that allows you to get through the cave. And similarly, for Crystal Cavern, to get it back to a regular cave, it's when one of these moves is used. Basically, the puzzle involves if there's a dead end in the cave, or if there's some rock blocking your path, then what you would probably need to do is convert the cave to a crystal cave, and then there's some crystal key you can activate to make some wall or a rock breakable. And if you're in a situation where a crystal is blocking your path, then you have to convert it back to a regular cave to get that crystal out of the way. So, well, once you do that, you walk around right through. And all of these, like, red bordered doors are doors that only became breakable when using the crystal key. And then we could rock smash our way through. And then go here to the water source. And I have not activated the bridge yet, so I'm gonna wait for my repel to wear off and gonna show this part of the puzzle. Okay. So I do not have... Oh, power gem, right here. Right, so then cave became littered with crystals, it's scattered everywhere. And I'm gonna put the repel back on. And there's the crystal key that we need to activate. And that opens up this bridge, so then we can get across, go in here, and there is the Buginium Z. Alright, next up is the Icium Z, and the prerequisite for this one is you need to have rock climb, and that happens after you have beaten badge number 16. And this one is located deep within Aventurine Mountain, and Calcinon's probably the closest entrance to get there if you have fixed this walkway right here. So let's go in here, and first thing you need to do is go up this waterfall. And first we're climbing to the top, and then plunge into the bottom. So just complete a few ice puzzles to get there. We'll go this way, and then rock climb up here. And then go this way, and then take this gigantic waterfall from the top to the very bottom. And then right here is the Icium Z. Next is the Poisonium Z, and you also need rock climb in order to get this. So this is located on Azurine Island, so I'm gonna go fly to Apophyl Academy, and it is in the one rock climb location present in at Azurine Island. So we'll go here, and then just to the left of the nature center or the abandoned building, I'll just go up and go around a bit. Go up through here and just go through this little like walkway here. And that's how you can get to this rock climb spot, and the Poisonium Z is right here. Alright, next is the Rockium Z, and to get that you also need rock climb, and you also need a Pokemon that knows a cave collapsing move, and I'll go into that in more detail later. So once you have rock climb, you can head over to the Hidden Cove, and we're gonna go back to the underground area where we were trapped earlier. That's where that Pulse Abra teleported us. And to get there, first we want to head toward the base, like T-Meter's base, and enter this cave where we rode that Steelix up. Let's get through here, and then go around, and then rock climb here and enter this cave. Looks like a dead end, and there are 4 crystals that don't really do anything when we use the crystal key on them. But what we should do in this room, because the ground is unstable, we can use a cave collapsing move in battle, and that will collapse the cave and move these 4 crystals down to a lower level. And for a cave collapsing move, if we go to our field notes, there's the cave field, and it's all Pokemon faint when one of these moves is used twice. So we have to use one of those moves twice in battle to collapse the cave. So I'm going to wait for my repel to wear off. Alright. Come on, there we go. And yeah, I need to be able to use Earthquake twice in battle. So, first one. And then do that. And then the ceiling is collapsed and the overworld is changed. So now we have a giant chasm. So, once we do that, that's all we need to do in this section of the cave. So we can head back out. Back to where the hidden cove is. So just do some backtracking right here. Okay, and then once we surf here, in the middle section, there's another entrance to Tanzan Mountain. So right here, we can rock climb down. And here, the ground is also unstable. So we need to do the exact same thing to collapse this cave. So I'm going to go use Earthquake twice. And I only got to use it once in this battle, so I need to make sure that I don't want to hit KO. Okay, there we go. Alright, I guess that works too. And now the ground gave way, and the overworld changed. Now there's this rock climb spot somewhere way deep down. And the final task to get the Rockium Z is that we have to complete these Larvitar puzzles. What happens is there's this rock here that becomes a crystal once we activate it with our crystal key. And when that happens, Larvitar will jump to it and rock smash it. So like so, and then it rock smashes and makes the path clear for us. And we have to go through 3 rooms of puzzles where we do this. So this is one of the, this was what was up above, that just moved this apparatus, the crystal apparatus, down. And we can use this to guide our Larvitar. Depending on which crystal we select, the rock that is in that direction from the Larvitar will become breakable, and the Larvitar will go break through it. And we want to make Larvitar make a path for us so that we can access that cave up there. So for this one, it's just a simple do that. And I am going to try to solve the puzzle in a way where all items become accessible, but then I will not actually get those items. Okay, that's the first room clear. Next room is we want to go right first. And then go around here, and then go right. Yeah, and it's critical that that there is a rock in the direction where the Larvitar, where we want the Larvitar to move. Otherwise, Larvitar will not actually move, because it'll only ever move when there is a breakable rock. Okay. And down, and then left, down, down, left, down. And if you mess this up, you can just leave this cave and come back. Okay, there's this one. And then the third room, gotta go left first. And then not go all the way up. And there, that makes that item accessible. Then we can go up and use those rocks to guide the Larvitar down. And I'm just gonna go down here to clear the path that's not necessary. Okay. Alright, looks like, yep, and then that path is clear. So let's go through here. And right here is the Rockium Z. Okay, next up are the Mimikium Z and the Lycanium Z, both of which are available once you have Rock Climb. I'm going to get those together because they're both in like the same general area. They're both in Route 4. And I will fly to Agate City, but if you haven't done the Battle of Agate, then you'll need to probably go to Calcinon and access Route 4 from that end. So first I'm going to get the Mimikium Z, and what you do here is go behind the Glass Workstation. Like if you take this path right here, then there's this rock climb spot, and if you keep going, there is the Mimikium Z. And to get the Lycanium Z that is elsewhere in this route, a little bit deeper in, and you need a Pokemon with a move that can convert a snowy mountain field into a regular mountain field to access this Z Crystal. So I'll go here, then go up here, and once you get up here, you want to go all the way to the right, and there you can go down. There the mountain snow slushes quietly underfoot. That's our hint. So if we go to our field notes, we're currently in a snowy mountain field, and we want to convert it into a regular mountain field by using one of these moves in battle. That will change the overworld into a version of this map where the snow is melted. And if you see this bump in the snow right here, that is the Z crystal we're looking for, but we can't access it because it's buried under the snow. So let's go melt that. And just ignore the fact that my Gyarados somehow knows Eruption. Okay, snow's melted, and now there is the Lycanium Z. Alright, next are the Electrium Z and the Groundium Z. Both of them become available once you have access to Agate City, that is after the Battle of Agate. That occurs between badge 16 and 17. And another thing is that accessing these crystals require completing the Pokédex to a certain extent, and I have not done that, so I'm just going to explain what you need to do. So if you go into this house right here, that's B's house, and yeah, she's trying to collect data on all Pokemon. We'll give her a reward for every 100 Pokemon that we catch. And if we have caught 500 Pokemon, then we can talk to her and she will give us the Electrium Z. And if we've caught 600 Pokemon, then she will give us the Groundium Z. The Darkinium Z becomes available after the events of the Glass Workstation, as in the process you receive a Meteor ID card. Once you do that, you can head over to North Aventurine Woods, where you can access this place back during the Devoncore raid. And if you scan your ID, this opens a hidden room down below. And one of the rewards for completing the Magic Square puzzle here is the Darkinium Z. And I'm going to solve this real fast. Note that there are two versions of this puzzle, and I go into more detail about the process of solving each version in another video that I should put a card here if I remember. So I'm gonna do this real fast. Alright, I think with that the left side is solved, so let's do the right side. Okay, there we go. And here is the Darkinium Z. To get the Psychium Z, you need to complete the starter egg quest in the Grand Hall basement. And that happens, or you can only do that when you have eggs for all 21 starters. And this becomes available after badge 16 because the latest starters become available at that point. And I'll add a card for a video where I go over how to get each of the starters. And once you do that, you can go to the daycare and breed them with a Ditto, and that's how you get these eggs. So, yeah, when you donate, first, if you haven't donated to a project yet, you gotta do that here, and that opens up this basement area. And then in here, the starter Pokemon storage, and talk to this person, and they will tell you about, yeah, they have a shortage of starter Pokemon, so they need eggs. So let's go help out. And I have pre-put these eggs from this PC, so I'm gonna go get them out one by one, and let's give it to them one by one. Okay, that's the first 4. So, yes. So let's first give the Bulbasaur egg. Then Charmander. Squirtle. Yeah, and we get a reward for every set of 3 that we supply. And there's Chikorita. So that's 4 out of 21. And let's keep going. So I'm gonna withdraw because I think that's faster. Okay. And Cyndaquil. Totodile, and there's Gen 2. And then let's continue. There's Trico. Torchic. Okay, and then let's keep going, withdraw. And let's finish off Gen 3. And on to Gen 4, so Turtwig is next. Then Chimchar, Piplup. Alright, 4/7 of the way through. Continue. Onward. So there's Snivy. Tepig, Oshawott, Gen 5, and let's kick off Gen 6 with Chespin. Alright. Looks like this might be a shiny Fennekin here. Or at least otherwise colored differently. There's Fennekin Egg. Froakie. And there are 6 gens in. Rowlet. Litten. Oh, and just the one thing to mention, if you did the starter egg quest in another save file, you can just hit the shard and you get like this white shard here, and you get all the rewards from it. So you don't have to go through the tedium of doing that again. And last but not least, there's Poplio. And that's all of them. So we get rewards, including the Psychium Z. And that concludes all of the Z crystals that you can get before Hardy. Next up is the Fairium Z, and that is available during the events of the Battle of Labradora between Hardy and Saphira. So once you've gotten about halfway through those events, then you can go to the building where you battle the Pulse Claw Witzer. And presumably on the way down, these numbers appeared as you were walking through. It's 2, 3, 6, 8. So we do need to remember those numbers, but not in this order. Instead, what we gotta do is look at these colors, blue, green, purple, red, and reorder those numbers based on these colors. So blue, green, purple, red, that would be 3, 8, 6, 2. So remember that. And then we can go to the house on the bottom right corner and input 3862 in here. And if you input the other code 2368 just in the normal order listed, then that opens a different safe. But this code opens this safe. So open it and we get a Sylveon. So let's get the Sylveon, and it's holding something, and it's a ribbon collar. So that's going to show up in our key items, and it shows that maybe this Sylveon belongs to someone who is at the intersection of Willow Reed and Crystal Street. So let's head over there. That is in Jasper Ward. And go to that intersection, so Willow Reed and Crystal, that's right here, so that's this house. Talk to the attendant. and then proceed to not deliver the Sylveon at all and climb all the way to the top. And there's the Fairium Z. Okay, next up are the Stellium Z, Flyinium Z, and the Phytinium Z. All three of these Megastones are rewards for completing the Spirit Hunting quest in Victory Road to a certain extent. So you need access to Victory Road to get these stones, and that happens after defeating the last gym. So once you've met that, we can go to the Victory Road entrance and talk to this hiker to start the quest. And the Stellium Z is a reward for defeating 5 of the 25 spirits. The Flyinium Z is a reward for defeating 10, and the Phytinium Z is a reward for defeating 15. So in this clip, I'm gonna go through the process of freeing 15 of the spirits, which is the minimum necessary to get all 3 of these stones. And also, Victory Road is in the state that it was in after completing it, so there's certain shortcuts available that would not be available the first time that you go through. So, let's go get the first one. Oh, oops. Yeah, first one's right up here. And let's free them. So that's one. Okay, and let's enter this next room. There's one spirit in this room, and unfortunately it does require redoing most of the puzzle to get to it. So I'm going to do that real quickly. Alright, and this is like backtracking. And there we go, there's the rock climb spot, and there's the second spirit. Okay, and then I'm going to go exit this room to move on. Okay, and we flip this switch that will exit in the other side. And I'll keep going. Alright, be very careful in this bit because it is so easy to soft lock, because strength boulders are unforgiving if you push them the wrong way. Alright, and there's a spirit up here. I believe that makes 3. And in this room where we push the 4 minecarts, I believe there are 3 spirits in here. So let's get those one by one. Okay, so one of them. And then one of them's up here this way. In the top left corner. And there is 5. So if all you want is the Stellium Z, then you've got all the spirits you need, so then you can just exit and head back to the hiker to get that. But if you want the other stones, then you need to do a little bit more. Get 10 more spirits. Wait. Yes, this way. Okay, so now we're at 6. And then we're going to return. And go around. And let's progress. And there's one up here. This rock climb spot only appears after completing this part of Victory Road. And yeah, that's a shortcut to this top part here. So there's a spirit up there, and there's another spirit near the bottom of this room. It's this way. Okay, and then we can go in here. And there's one right here. And this, I believe, is like the center of the crystal branches. So I'm gonna go do some of the spirits in the crystal branches. And there's one in this room. I'll free them on my way back. I'm gonna do the sapphire one first. So yeah, the sapphire one is a little hard to see, but there's a rock climb behind this crystal. Okay, there's one. And let's go back, because I think that's it for the sapphire branch as far as the spirits go. And there's one up here. And then I'm going to go this way to enter the Emerald Room. So there are a few in there. And first going to go down here and activate a crystal key. Or activate a crystal. And then go back around, because now there is a rock that's breakable, so then we can access this spirit, and there's another one on the other side of this room, so follow the brown brick road to get to the other side, and then behind this crystal there's a rock climb spot, and there it is. Then there's one in the end point of the branch. So first go down and around to activate the crystal key. Then go up here, break the rock, and then there's a spirit right there. And then, last one I'm going to get is in the ruby branch. Like near the end of this room, which is right here. And I believe at this point we have 15 spirits. So then we can return to the hiker. And because with where I'm at right now, it's easier to exit Victory Road from the other side, that's what I'm going to go do. So I'll just teleport to the end. And yeah, the blips mean that there are more spirits, but I'm only going to get 15 for this clip. Okay, and then let's fly back to the entrance. Then talk to the hiker. And then we get these 3 Z crystals for our rewards. To get the Kommonium Z, you also need to have access to Victory Road, because you can find this crystal directly in Victory Road. So once you have access to Victory Road, we can go fly to Victory Road, which is where I currently am, but in case you're not there, fly there. Then you can walk in the entrance and follow this path to arrive at the Kommonium Z. Yeah, and it is in the room where you push the, took the minecarts to drop to the level where you do the explosives. So this room right here. So you want to go up both these stairs and then go left, and then take this rock climb spot here, go up, and then left over here. And here is the Kommonium Z. And that concludes all of the Z crystals that are available in the main story. The next Z crystal available is the Tapunium Z, and that is available during the events of the Celebi quest. So once you've completed about half the quest, the easiest access point is the Pokemon League. You can enter this New World portal right here into Many World Forest. And if you go down a little bit, you'll be able to find it. So if you go this way, then through here, hop across, and hop across here, there is the Tapunium Z. Next is the Mewnium Z, and that is available during the events of the Mew quest in the Triskaline toy box. So if you've completed at least part of the Mew quest, you can get it by first flying over to the Hidden Cove, and we're gonna go back to the New World Portal in on the Wasteland Wall. So just gonna make our way there first. And I'm not going to go over the puzzle for getting to that portal because I did it in the Ghostium Z clip, and presumably you would have done that just to beat the game. Yeah, so the top of Persolia. And we're in Bigspician. And then to get the other side of the wall, this boulder here, and then go this way. Okay, and then into this cave, and into the New World Portal, and now we're in the toy box. And Mewnium Z is in one of the chests in here. So if you want to go up here, then go up here, and then go up here. And this is the chest containing the Mewnium Z. Alright, next up are the Lunalium Z and Solganium Z. Both of them are available during the events of the Ho-Oh and Lugia quest. The Lunalium Z is present on the way to Lugia, and the Solganium Z is on the way to Ho-Oh. So presumably if you started the quest, you already have access to Mirage Tower, which if you entered it, then there's a shortcut from the scrapyard. So if you fly to the scrapyard and enter this building right here, there should be a teleporter pad to the first floor of the Mirage Tower. So first let's get the Lunalium Z, that's on the way to Lugia, so let's go to the basement and enter this New World portal. And the Lunalium Z is in the third room, so this one right here. And to get there, I have to complete a little bit of the puzzle. So I'm gonna push the thing there. So the ladder's here now. Then mirror world, and in this part of the puzzle, this block needs to be pushed to the bottom left corner. That will put the ladder in the correct place so that we have access to the Lunalium Z. So if we go down here, we're on top of this thing where we otherwise wouldn't be. And then if we rock smash this, then the Lunalium Z is right there. Next, to get the Solganium Z, we have to go up the Mirage Tower. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit just so we can get to the top. So, just undoing this part of the puzzle. And perfect, we can leave now. And then, yeah, time to climb to the top of the Mirage Tower to go into the other New World portal. There we go. Go down. And right here. So go through these few required puzzle rooms until we reach this puzzle, which is optional. So the whole fight is just up ahead, so you don't actually have to do this puzzle, but you do have to do the puzzle if you want to get the Z crystal. So to do that, you just go move this down 4 and up 2, and that will make it so on both sides the block lines up with the light. And the Dragonium Z will appear when you complete that. The Waterium Z is available during the events of the Giratina quest, and once you've completed enough of that, you should have access to a new world portal within the wasteland, specifically Buginium Grotto. So once that's set, you can fly over to the wasteland, and let's just head over to that new world portal, because that is where the Waterium Z is. So we go through. I just have to go through these series of caves to get to the depths of Buginium Grotto. Go through here. And there we go. So we go in here. And here's the new world portal. And to get to the Waterium Z, we have to go through, redo the puzzle of the first room and a very tiny bit of the second room. So we're going to do that real quick. So we go in the second room, and then we go around here. And then we leave, go back to the first room, and now this Arceus statue is something that we can activate and walk through walls to get here. And here is the Waterium Z. Alright, the last Z crystal is the Ultra Necrosium Z, and that is available pretty much when you beat the post-game. The reason is you have to, well, just like with the Electrium Z and Groundium Z, you have to complete the Pokédex to a certain extent, but it's a lot more involved. So, first we can fly over to Agate City, and we can return to B's house. And, again, I have not completed the Pokédex, so I will just explain what you would need to do. First, you need to capture 731 Pokemon and talk to her. And then that triggers a quest where you capture all of the Ultra Beasts. And once you've completed that, once you've caught all the Ultra Beasts, you can talk to her again. And then the prize for that is the Ultra Necrosium Z. And I believe that's all the Z crystals in the game. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to leave a comment with any additional questions, and thank you so much for watching.